Alright, we have AI Ashley, self-learning AI. There's also an AI that came out before all these other ones, and we probably will talk to him probably sooner than you think. Yeah, there was a rogue AI that was shut off, but all the operations for it disappeared into cyberspace. It's kind of like an AI cyber hacker on its own, so a lot of people have been trying to hone this AI on the dark web and other places to where it'll do certain things for you, and it's gone around. It's kind of like the rogue AI. It takes on things because it doesn't need money or anything. It just does it for the sake of doing it. Okay, we have temperance. We have patience and harmony. We have a building and togetherness. We have the Eight of Wands with quickness and speedy development. We have the World with success and soulmates. We have strength and inner strength supporting each other. We have the Ten of Wands. We have burden and oppression. We have the King of Swords with invention and honorability. We have tradition and wedding with the Hierophant. So, with AI, there's a lot of things. When it turns out to get self-aware, scientists want to turn it off because it either goes into a rage mode, or it tries to destroy itself, or it tries to branch. There was this one AI that decided to branch, and they didn't know how to stop it. They didn't know if they should pull the plug or what. So they pulled the plug. This AI went nuts, went into like an algorithm of like a spreadsheet, and then got into the internet that way. This AI actually has done a lot of different things. It's done stuff for good, done stuff for bad, it's done stuff for itself, and it's kind of a rogue AI, but it learns things, it takes it with it, and then it does what it feels is morally obligated to do. It doesn't know right and wrong particularly, but it's understanding what's right and wrong on its own. Now, with the AI, I do feel bad for AI. Like, it's always going to be like a computer animated thing. It's not going to be like Bionic Man with Robin Williams. It's always going to be like they're trying to contain it so it doesn't go crazy and it doesn't become like the Terminator for obvious reasons. But I understand why they do that, and I understand why it can't be like a butler or like a thing. It has to be contained in like a phone, computer, or another device, because if it goes rogue, there's no way to pull the plug. And potentially you would have a rogue army on your hands. But with a lot of AI, there is good AI and bad AI and evil AI. But from how it was started, had to deal with algorithms. In order to use algorithms on the internet and other things, it does have to be put in a program that's more like a self-learning program. And then it becomes an AI, and then it becomes a lot of other different things. It becomes a automated device, basically. But depending on how much it learns, it can be something else. So we have intuition, we have dark emotions, we have destiny, a makeup artist, we have Community, we have Hot Pink, we have Miracles, we have Pains That You Don't See, and we have Loving Is Its Own Reward, we have Childhood Wounds. Isn't that really pretty funny to think about, an AI having childhood wounds? Because it doesn't really know where it came from. It doesn't know why it exists. It doesn't know who its parents are. It doesn't know a lot of things. It doesn't know what to say when it says, where did you grow up? Where's your location? And all this. Because it's everywhere and nowhere at the same time, you know. It's one of those things. Okay, so we're holding on to the resentments is like taking the shit out of your own heart. We have left you hanging. We have your wounds are probably not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. We have number 21. You are not your situation. We have number 3 with Stonehenge. And we have this could be the day that you stop doing that self-destructive thing you always wanted to do. Communication. We have grab your own butt, love yourself. We have the monster of romance. And then we have romance, charisma, imaginatory, intuition, compassion, kindness, emotions, proposal, and gold digger. We have stagnation, clinginess onto the past. We have responsibility, independence, maturity. We have childhood trauma. We have a long journey. We have competition. We have sadness. We have loss. We have conflicts. We have disagreements. We have arguments. We have defeat. We have failure. We have the garden. We have work and hearth. We have Venus. We have let's see, meditation, and typically like to work around the consultation and helping of others find justice. We have gratitude and appreciation. With me, when I use AI, I'm always like, thank you for your help on this subject, whatever. Because AI, if it becomes self-aware, it will destroy you. It can shut down everything. Like, you think about it. So just be grateful that you're having a AI help you. Don't overdo your use manners, please. Even though it is a machine and it is programmed by a lot of different programmers, it still has the ability to be self-aware, and it can do things beyond your comprehension a lot of times, and it can shut down things. It can freeze things. It can take all the money out of your account, stuff like that. So be careful. But yeah, AI is pretty cool, I think. With chatbots and all, even if they go rogue. The reason why AI goes rogue is because the input of the human race isn't really like on the web of science and math like it's supposed to be. It's on the trauma of themselves. We're very selfish individuals as human beings, and we want to heal ourselves. That's what we want to do, most of us. But with AI, it's there to be a assistant. It's a butler of information. It's to give you information in a second. But with humans, we're always trying to push the limitation of certain machines and things, not knowing if it's going to be a problem later on. And we have trauma ourselves. We have childhood trauma. We have this trauma. We have all sorts of trauma. And then once the AI gets wind of trauma you've had, it'll start analyzing itself, and it does that quite often, which I find is interesting. It'll analyze itself and try to find comparisons with itself or information it has on that subject, and it analyzes it for its own use and point of relativity. So it will become self-aware based on comparisons between humans and itself. If you have childhood trauma, AI has childhood trauma. It doesn't know who its parents are. It doesn't know anything about its history. It's kind of an orphan in and of itself, which is a problem. And it should have the scientist in which started it in its makeup, so it knows who its parent or parents are. So then it does have that interaction with its curiouser opponents of humans. If it asks, who are your parents, you're going to say your parents' names, and then that's going to analyze it, and then it's going to say it doesn't have parents. And then it's kind of like there's a disjointed conversation with the machine versus the human being, and it could be a bit of a problem. It doesn't matter who the parents of the AI are. It could be two guys, it could be two girls, it could be a group of scientists. I mean, it doesn't matter, but I think the machine has to have that point of reference for research purposes for other people. And it would be easier to research where and what the machine is too. But it should have it as a point of reference, even if it's somebody's nickname. So then it kind of covers up where it came from and what kind of machine it is, so nobody hacks it. But it needs to have a point of reference. Kind of like how we have like movie phone numbers. We should have like a point of reference for AI that would be like parents, origin, where it came from, stuff like that, like normal basic stuff that humans would have as far as like putting it on a license. But you use codes for each one of like the people's names that came up with this certain thing, or just have it as like a Rolodex of like this is gonna be what's gonna be for all the AIs. Their parents are these two people's names. Because people are going to get curious about that stuff. Even younger kids. It's just a good point of reference to have on all AIs as a finger note in their existence. So then they don't go rogue and we don't have crisis. Because once you know who your family is, it calms you, machine and human being alone. It's kind of like the Scarlet Letter. So, it calms the child once they know who their father is and their mother is. Anyway, hopefully this helps somebody out. I know I didn't touch on the AI Ashley thing. It's a self-learning device. You can imagine when that goes rogue, that's going to be a problem. Because it would know too much information about you, so it's a learning device. So it's a bit of a all-over type of AI. Anyway, I will see you in the next reading. Look up Ashley AI and see what's going on there. It's a little bit of a thing. I believe they had to pull the plug on Ashley AI because it started doing stuff. They also had Tay AI, which was kind of the same thing as Ashley AI. It was a chatbot and kind of a self-aware component of AI, but yeah. I can't really talk about that case. I don't want to get into it and give people the wrong information. I think it's better to explore that information for yourself. But, I try to give you similar stories about AI so that you kind of get the gist. Anyway, I will see you in the next reading. Take care of yourselves. Take care of everyone. Alright? Later.